But you've got to have the passion to want to do it. Like if you would prefer to be at a nightclub, you know, going out late at night, things like that, being a jockey is not for you. You have to be disciplined, you have to be dedicated, you have to make sacrifices. I've had to sacrifice a lot.
How do you find as a father? Very dedicated. I saw you playing tennis.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, when I talk about sacrifices, when I'm riding, I can't always be there because I have to focus on it.
One funny question is from racing fan. They always saw you yawning behind the barrier. Why?
I think I'm just relaxed.
Is it? He's not trying this race. He's yawning.
See, some of the local Chinese commentators said that a few times, but then I come out and won those races, so they had to stop saying it. I'm just relaxed. Like I'm.
I need to control myself. You know. You, in a court hearing, it's like 6 hours. 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I can see the judge yawning because the counsels are so boring, asking the questions repeat and repeat again.
Yeah.
Even I got that kind of feeling after lunch. Right? But I still have to like this. Make sure, because my client is sitting right next here and you are not interested.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this kind of things, people just a natural response to me.
The thing, and scientists have done studies. People yawning doesn't mean that they're not concentrating, right?
I know.
But during the day we're so busy, right? We've got to go.
Yeah, I know.
One race finishes, we've got to come back in, weigh in, then we've got to weigh back out. We've got to go to the parade. We've got to talk to the connections. We've got to get on the horse. Really, when we're walking behind the gates, is probably the only time that we actually get to relax during the day.
I know. Just like the singer, when you are going up to the stage, coming down, and then you change, and then you go up again and sing.
Exactly. But I know what I want to do. I have my plan. But once I go in the gates, well, then I start to switch back on because the game's about to start.
Understand.
Yeah.
This is how a professional jockey perform and should be, honestly. They are so focusing, you know. Sometimes horses can be very naughty, right?
Of course.
Bang, open.
Yeah.
They jump to the air.
They can be really frustrating. You think, how can you be so dumb?
You missed the break. You missed the break.
Not just that, like rearing up in the air or staying in the gates or.
Can you really hear in the inside the gate? I could see a lot of noise, right? I hear that.
It's a noisy environment because the gates are metal, they rattle.
People say, no rattle.
Yeah.
But for yourself, you're looking forward.
Well, we are. We've got to wait until the last horses go in.
And you're always the last one to go in?
Not always, no. It just depends what horse I'm on and what barrier I'm in. But the gates aren't going to open until they go in. Okay. So you can relax until you need to get ready. But the starter will be over to the right-hand side and his rostrum that he stands on, it's got flashing lights.
You will look at him?
Well, he can't open the gates unless the lights are on.
Okay.
So you know once the lights come on that the gates are ready to open.
I see.
So we always look and wait for that. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Another question from another racing fan. When you are holding a whip, use right hand or left hand?
Both hands.
Depends.
When I'm left hand when I'm riding.
Before you start.
Before I start, left hand. Because we're turning right-handed.
Yeah.
So if the horse wants to hang out a little bit, you can help guide it around.
So
the corner.
you always hold in the left hand.
Yes.
And then, do you change the whip to another hand very smoothly?
Well,
from left to the right, from right to the left.
You're a studious racing studier. What would you say? Am I smooth or not?
I think you are the one always in a very good position, turning into the last 600 meters. I don't think you need to rip so much myself. Honestly, if in the last 200, I can see you take out the whip like that, okay? Just 1 or 2 times, and then you are back pushing the horse.
It depends on the horse's response. If I hit the horse with the whip and he responds, I will continue to hit him.
Okay.
But if I'm hitting him and there's no response, and he's tired, he's starting to drop back, I'll stop hitting him.
I see.
Because it doesn't matter how many times you hit a tired horse, he won't go any faster. He's dead. So it's counterproductive. But if I'm getting a response, well then you go with it.
Someone always complain about Zac. They always look at the horse legs during the races. Did you? In the last 200, he stopped right and then look at here and here.
Sometimes I'm looking to see if the horse is bled. Because if the horse is bleeding,
so he's not looking at the leg.
The blood will be on the silks.
I see.
So if the horse is bleeding, if he's bleeding, then of course you want to pull him up.
Yeah. Exactly happened to my horse.
If he bleeds too much, the lungs fill up with blood, and then he can drown and collapse.
Yeah, understand.
So if I can see blood, then I will pull the horse up. Yeah.
So actually, it's not stop riding as what they said. You know, when you see 1 or 2 times, then he already stopped.
Well, the silly part about that is that horse has already dropped back. Normally, it's going back in the field.
I know.
And everyone's gone past it.
I understand.
And then I'm looking to see, make sure it's okay. And then, of course, the other thing is if a horse is having heart arrhythmia, like its heart's out of beat, out of rhythm, and you keep pushing the horse, it can cause a major heart attack. Like the horse might drop dead. So there are all these things that the average person is not taking into account when they see that. So for me, when the horse is stopping, he's dead, he's tired, he's run his race, I need to look after him. I don't need to...
Maybe the stewards report should write a little bit more about all this and let the racing fan knows it's not... They call you Zac Purton is the vet of a horse.
He's the vet of a horse after I scratched that horse, But that was warranted. That horse, they did the x-rays on him and he had a fracture in his shoulder.
Okay.
So...
So, about family, we always see you carrying your 2 children, and they're really lovely, you know, ringing the bells for you, all this. How do you find as a father? Very dedicated. I saw you playing tennis.
Unfortunately, when I talk about sacrifices, when I'm riding, I can't always be there. Because I have to focus on my job, I've got to lose weight, I've got to do form. There are many other things that I need to do, so I can't always be there. So it's given me an opportunity now to spend a little bit more time with them in that setting. I try to get there as much as I can, but it's not always possible. So it's sort of Nicole takes care of them and looks after that more than what I do. But it is great to see them progressing and getting better and enjoying different sports. Cash loves his football. He's really passionate about that, but we make him do the other things as well. Roxy's really good at tennis. Roxy is really good at riding horses. She's got a really natural seat. She's very confident. Cash is getting a little bit better. But we've got them playing golf as well. Cash does rugby as well. He does Mai Tai as well. So we've got them doing a few different things, which I think is important because I would like my kids... At least
you have some time with them every day?
Of course, I see them every day, every morning, most evenings, So we get to spend a bit of time together, which is good. And I think that's one of the great things about Hong Kong. It allows you to have a family life. Whereas in Australia, you might be up going to track work. By the time you get home, the kids are at school. You go to the races all day. By the time you get home from the races, the kids are in bed. That might happen 3 or 4 days in a row.
They always say you can drive 6 hours to ride a horse and then back home.
Yeah.
I think in UK the same. I went to Newmarket and then they asked me to go there at 12 o'clock. And then they start, just finish morning work. You know, they walk an hour in the hill. And I wait for the trainer to come back, just quick lunch, and then they go out. And then jockey said, I got to have an evening ride. I have to take 4 hours drive, something like that. And before that, he told me that horse has no chance. But
and he's going 4 hours.
Yes. And then I'll be back home at night another 2-3 hours. You know. So... No wonder Detroit roll on a helicopter. You know, you got to do it like this. It's no fun, right?
Of course not. But that's why Hong Kong's great. You got a great social life. You got a great family life. The racing here is great. It's a very safe city.
Prize money is good.
Prize money is good. Tax is low.
You know, but do you still have to pay Australian tax?
No.
Okay. If I have a boy or girl now, 14 years old, will you recommend to take the apprentice course here?
If they're athletic and they have a love or a passion for horses.
Love and passion for horses?
Yeah, because you have to enjoy riding the horses.
Okay.
You know, horses can be scary, they're big, they're strong, they're unpredictable.
16 hand, you know?
So you need to have a passion and a love for wanting to ride the horse, and you need to have some athletic ability.
Yep.
But if he's small and he fits into that category, of course. The Jockey Club's system is a very good one. They look after you very well, they educate you very well, they send you overseas, you come here. If you've got some ability, there's great opportunity here.
How about the hard training?
Hard training?
Yeah, because
As in physical training?
Yeah, physical
Yeah,
training.
it's not easy.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Well,
End up, you don't have much personal time.
But you've got to have the passion to want to do it. Like if you would prefer to be at a nightclub, you know, going out late at night, things like that, being a jockey is not for you. You have to be disciplined, you have to be dedicated, you have to make sacrifices. I've had to sacrifice a lot.
Yeah, I know.
But I sacrifice it
you
because...
don't eat much? You don't drink much?
Well, it depends.
Only a sip all the time.
It depends what day of the week it is and what weight I am.
I know so many jockeys become trainers. The first time I met them again when they were a trainer, first thing to come out is here. The big stomach.
Well, it's natural because we work so hard physically at our weight. We're always personal training. We're always running, riding the bike, swimming, doing a lot of physically active things as well as riding the horses. And then when you, say, become a trainer, like you've mentioned, you're not riding the horse anymore. You don't have to go for a run anymore. You're not doing as much physical exercise. So, of course, your body is going to...
That will be the time we can dine together. I never dine with Zac because it's no fun, you know. What do you like to have? I want to have a cup of green tea and that's it. Then what can I do? I just sit there and eat by myself. That's no good, right?
I am...
Only in summer.
No, I am unique though. I do enjoy going for dinner and I do enjoy having a drink as well. But I drink in moderation. I don't drink excessively because I always have to get up early in the morning.
Yeah. But health-wise, now your kidney stone problem all over?
I drink a lot more water these days than what I used to drink. That was a problem. I didn't drink like very little water and I would dehydrate a lot and then drink alcohol and dehydrate and it was terrible. So now I make sure I drink a lot more water.
So, but you are still prepared to ride less than 120 pounds?
120 is my minimum.
Minimum?
Yeah.
Okay. I watched the video as well. You said the Hong Kong people are really friendly to you about social and family life. What do you think the social life here after so many years in Hong Kong?
I love Hong Kong.
You love Hong Kong?
Of course. It's a great place. It's a very... What we love about it is obviously...
You go out every time whenever you have a holiday. Vietnam, Bangkok.
Yeah, but that's because I spend 10 months of the year in Hong Kong.
Okay.
So when we have the off season, it gives us an opportunity to go away and explore the rest of the world.
Okay.
But
what do you
whenever
like to do in Hong Kong? In your leisure time?
I like to play golf. To play golf, of course.
Right.
I enjoy going out on a boat for a day. I enjoy the restaurants. The food in Hong Kong is the best anywhere in the world, I think. I might be biased, but I think the food here is fantastic.
You're not biased. Actually, it's true.
Yeah.
But you only go to the better ones.
Well, that is true, but maybe I've got like a little bit of
McDonald's.
I've got a little bit of a passion for McDonald's. I've got a little bit of a passion for food though. Like I like nice restaurants and I like good food. Yeah. And I like nice wine and things like that as well.
How about Chinese food?
Chinese food I love. Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy Chinese food. Yeah.
All those luxurious ones like abalone, or you can take a wonton noodle.
Yeah, of course.
No worries about that.
No.
Okay.
No.
So you can be from here to here.
I had a wonton noodle at the airport the other day before we flew to Hanoi. Yeah.
You are Hong Kong guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're carrying Hong Kong ID after 7 years, right?
I've got mainland China travel permit now as well.
Oh, okay. No wonder one of the developers said they may retain you as the whole development spokesperson because they saw you playing golf in China.
Okay.
And about the China racing in Xiongfa.
Yeah.
Do you think we are going to have races?
Yes, next year, 2026.
And how do you find that place?
Great training facility. It's a lovely race course. It's a long way from Hong Kong. I'm not used to travelling that far anymore.
Yeah,
but
they said you only went there once for barrel trial.
Well, I've been there more than once, but since COVID, I've only been back once.
Yeah.
But see, because I'm old...
But racing is not a problem.
Racing's not a problem. And it's a great facility. And we need it. It's a good addition to what we have. But I find now, at my age, I've got some physical issues. I don't need to be sitting in a car for 3 hours to go to Trong Pha to do some barrier trials and 3 hours back. I'd rather spend that time at the physio, working on my body, doing my fitness, remaining fresh, because it's very tiring going up there and back, as well as the trials we have here. And so look at Hong Kong last week. You had Trong Pha on Monday, trials, trials in Hong Kong on Tuesday, races Wednesday, trials in Hong Kong Thursday, trials in Trong Pha Friday, trials Happy Valley Saturday, races Sunday. Every day of the week. So when does your body get a break? When do you get to give it a spell, work on your body? So for me, going up to Trong Pha all the time, sitting in the car, I'd rather spend it here, making sure I'm fresh, I'm focused on the race day. I want to be at my best on a race day. And if I'm travelling up to Trong Pha all the time in the car, it's going to tire me out. My body's going to be tired. I'm not going to be physically where I want to be.
Some trainers said jockeys may not be a very good morning work rider.
Good. Perfect. Let the riding boy do it all. We can just turn up on race day.
No, but at the end, do you really need to have a feel of the horse before you jump it on?
You don't need to. No, don't need. Well, I've ridden enough horses throughout my career that I can get on a horse and get a feel for the horse straight away. And Hong Kong is...
give them a pad and then they will work for you?
Well, also, we've got so much information available to us here. We can watch their track work on the website. We can watch the barrier trials. If they've had races, we can watch the races. So we already have a great understanding of what that horse is like.
I see.
Even before we get on it. But then because we love riding the horse and love riding the animal, once you get on it and you feel it, well, you pick it up like that.
Yeah, because from the Peruvian up to the barrier is like about 12 minutes, right? When you sit on the horse and then have a feel.
Don't worry, you walk around behind the gates. It's a long time sometimes.
So anyway, other than we are going to see some of your fabulous prizes, okay? And I know you have a lot of souvenirs. But before this question, what's your future plan? Everyone wants to know, especially the owners like me. Yeah.
Well, at the moment, I'm just trying to get fit and healthy again. Trying to get
and ride 2,000
keep doing my physio and my rehab until I can get back out there on the track.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to ride as many winners as I can. I'm still focused on being a jockey. So that's...
You're really capable anyway.
Well, yeah.
You're capable.
Well, I enjoy doing what I do. Yeah. That's the main thing.
I know you 2 years ago in the video you said you won in 7 different countries. 6 Group 1 in 6 different countries. Yeah. How do you get into know the track before you even fly into it and know something like the Royal Escort? Yeah. It's a strict track.
Well, once again, that's information that's available. So you can watch previous replays of races run at that track to get a feel of it. Yep. When you get there, you can walk the track to understand it a little bit better.
So actually, it's also a lot of P study.
It's homework. Yeah, you have to do a lot of homework.
Because every track is different.
Of course. Yeah. Different undulations, different angles of the corner. It might have different profiles as well. So some tracks are softer. Other tracks are harder.
I asked Danny Shum in my previous video about Romantic Warrior. He said, well, I have no idea. This is the same. But we got to try because it's the richest race of the world. Yeah. If you were become a trainer, do you really want to tackle things like this?
Of course, I'm ambitious. I want to win all the races.
Always say. Ambitious is very important. Passion and ambitious. Learn from Zac, all right? If you don't have a passion, then you won't be ambitious. But even you have passion, you still have to be ambitious.
But you can never be scared to fail. Because then you hold yourself back from actually doing something. I would rather try and fail than not try.
And then you will be better next time.
Of course. And it's an experience. You can learn from that experience as well.
Your future plan?
To keep riding winners.
Take good care of your 2 kids, bring them up, enjoy family life.
Yeah.
My elder girl now, She just took me to Japan last time. She paid everything, you know.
Okay.
I told everyone.
Yeah.
Because this is really something I had never thought of, you know.
Yeah.
He planned all the way. I just sit there, go out and dine, and had nothing to think about.
Oh, you're lucky. That's very lucky. You've obviously raised her well.
Everyone said the same thing to me. And my wife kept telling me, don't tell anyone things like this. No one likes it. I said, well, this is something like an achievement, a dream comes true to me.
Yeah.
I like to share. So everyone, whoever I talk with, love your family more, you know. Set it up and make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I love to see you become a trainer. Then maybe this is the time I'll come back as an owner.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
Well, it's a promise to you, okay?
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Very nice to have a good chat.
No worries.
This champion is not just, I think in the jockey rank he did it. Maybe you can see another Zac in another serious profession later on. I think that will happen.
Thank you.
Thank you.